I did it, guys. I did it. We have beaten the Shadow Demon, and we have completed Coming of the Storm, a WSJ Wolfenstein 3D mod. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I am really glad I got to do this mod. As you see though, my time was 53 minutes and 5 seconds overall. Not too bad. It says 50% for all kills, secrets, and treasures, but I don't know, there's a glitch in the game, but I've seen it on other walkthroughs I've watched of this game online, but I can guarantee you I got everything in the game. Well, except for the 0% kills from floor 11. But somehow I got 100% secrets on that. I still don't get how that one happened, because usually there's only 2 secrets. I don't know if it's that glitch that's 2 pushing back. But wow, I did it. I completed this whole entire game. And as I said before I started this walkthrough, I had never gotten past floor 6 if I had Death Incarnate when I played this game probably like 5 or 6 years ago. But, you know, again, thank you to, like, you know, a couple people who I watched on YouTube did 100% walkthroughs of this game to kind of help me out. And this is probably one of the top priorities I've wanted to do for Wolfenstein 3D for my channel. So, first let's go over floor 19, the final floor of the game. As you can see, this map is pretty tough. I mean, the thing that sucks though is that you can make it look really easy with how I did with defeating the Shadow Demon with the rocket launcher, which I know a lot of people probably do it that way, as I saw from a lot of people do it, especially on I Am Death Incarnate difficulty fighting the Shadow Demon. But of course what makes it tough is one, the little gold, the black ghosts that just wander around. Like, those are deadly. You know, I got stuck by one. I thought it was going to kill me when I did this round through. But somehow I escaped it. You just got to keep picking up the 1-ups, which there is a lot of them. Which the odds and ends of this map probably could be a little bit harder than the whole floor itself, because there's so many things laying around. You just gotta get to know the floor. And there's 8 secrets as well, but most of them are after you kill the Shadow Demon. As long as you remember certain locations, you should be able to find them just fine. But getting back to the Shadow Demon, when you fight him, you can either just mow him down with the rocket launcher, but you gotta be careful of any other of the black ghosts that come around you. And of course the Shadow Demon himself, that boss, oh my goodness. He disappears. I don't know if you know it's a sprite, a glitch with the game where that's what he does. If that's what he does, then hats off. That's a good touch, especially for a boss like that. But he just appears and starts shooting out those blue lasers at you, kind of like how the Archpriest did back in floor 16. So as long as you're just accurate, just hitting the rocket launcher where he should be coming from, if he really is walking forward, which as you saw when I killed him, he's pretty much the Angel of Death, except he's black instead of red. But after that, you know, all the ghosts disappear. You can just explore the floor, grab all the treasures and such that you may have overlooked. But as long as you get the stuff before you get to that area, it's not that hard to find the rest of the way through. About this whole game itself though, personally, like, it is definitely a tough game, and I really, despite what happened with all this in Wolf 3D, how, like, you know, the difficulty was going up and down, this game for the most part I felt was pretty well paced as far as difficulty of the entire game. I was pretty happy with that. Especially like through the first 10 floors, I'd say it was like a steady increase in difficulty. It went a little bit up and down from floors 11 to 19. Like floor 11, it's just a maze you need to navigate yourself out. There's nothing really much to explore there. But things definitely got tougher, especially with those stormtroopers. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be seeing those in my sleep from now on. Those are just terrifying, especially just fighting them. It's like, you know, they come out of nowhere, they don't make a sound. I mean, for the most part, the hardest part we had to deal with them, I'd say, was in floor 8 when you first meet them in the room where the silver key was. I thought that was a little bit unfair, but hey, it's the game. What can you say? If I can consider which map was the toughest, I'd say boss battle, probably floor 19 be the toughest. If not, floor 10, the level was hard. The boss battle with a one-eyed Wilhelm, though, is not that hard at all, though. But I would have to say this would probably be the hardest boss battle, and possibly the hardest map in the game, depending on how you take it. But if you want to go by non-boss battles and not count those, I'd say the hardest probably have to be floor 12 because of all the hit and misses there are there. Floors 8, maybe 9. Well, 9, the thing was is that, you know, you came across things like one at a time, it felt like there. And it was just a little more time consuming. But yeah, floor 12, I'd say, is probably 412 or 8, I'd say, was probably the hardest non-boss battle of the game, though, in this game, in my honest opinion. But that's enough of talking about the whole map and the game itself. Let's get on to the actual story of what happens next. Congratulations! Yes, you're alive. Few could have survived the nightmare you've just been through. Having vanquished the hideous shadow demon who guarded the gates of the Ragnarok, you are able to return to the realm of the living. You enter the porthole and find yourself in the forest near the Nazi castle. There are several flashes of lightning, and the ground begins trembling as though there's a massive earthquake. You look back to see the castle in the distance. There's an explosion from within. Then the entire castle crumbles and shatters until none of the walls are left standing. The earth splits open in a gigantic fissure, and the ruins of the castle fall into it, and into oblivion forever. I'm sorry about that. Then the earth closes back up, the rumbling and lightning stops, and everything becomes peaceful again. You pause for a moment, your mind still reeling from the events that have just occurred. Have you really defeated the storm? Have you saved the world from utter annihilation? For now, perhaps. At least the Nazis will probably never try to bring about the second Ragnarok again. Of course, no one can be certain as to whether or not someone else will attempt to unleash the forces of Ragnarok in the future, but it will be quite unlikely now. It seems that the Nazis thought they had found a force which they could use as a weapon, but they were meddling with powers more destructive and terrible than anyone could imagine. Had the Nazis succeeded in fully opening the portal life as we know it would have ceased to exist, and the world would become much like the one you saw, a world of shadows and death. Luckily, you managed to stop that from happening. Content with your actions, you return to Allied Command. You know that your story is too fantastic for anyone to believe, so you simply tell them, mission accomplished. The end. Thanks for taking the time to play my add-on Coming of the Storm. I hope you got the best possible experience from it. If you liked it, feel free to send me an email. It's pretty much whoever is in charge of the WSJ mods referring to there. So before I go, I guess I'll just talk about what is next for the channel to come. For those of you who more so subscribe to my channel for my video games, unfortunately, I'm going to be taking a small break from video games for probably the next month or so. As y'all know, it's like, you know, I just do this YouTube channel just for fun. This is like my little hobby. I can go to wherever I want to, you know, just do what I want and just enjoy what I do. But unfortunately, though, there comes some times where it's like I need to step back a little bit, and I can only do so much. And with this next month with my work schedule, I am not sure if I'm going to be able to squeeze in some of the odds and ends. But I'm still going to be active on YouTube. For those who are into WWE or wrestling and whatnot, I'm still going to be doing, you know, my weekly reviews for Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and a pay-per-view here and there, and my match card stuff. But as far as you know, like mainly video games and not as many like topic videos, probably not going to be doing that much of them for over the next month. And also, the thing is too, is I've really been wanting to do a WrestleMania review series, like a retro review series reviewing all 33 of the WrestleManias so far. So I want to also make sure I have time to dedicate more towards that. But don't worry, guys. I promise you this is not it for my Wolfenstein Let's Plays. I will be doing more mods down the line. Let's just give you a couple possibilities what I'm thinking about doing. I was thinking about the next mod I do whenever I come back to this portion of my channel is Hitler Strikes Back. I think I'm going to do that one next. I still also want to do Castle Totenkopf, speaking of WSJ mods. I want to do Castle Totenkopf, I want to do the SDL version of that one. I'm still trying to figure out how to get Shabs 3000 to work. I did get Coming of the Storm to work on my computer somehow. But as long as I play around with it, I'm just going to do Shabs 3000. And then I'm sure that those are the mods I can think off my head so far. If there's any mods you want me to suggest me trying, like leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and like this video and any of my other videos. And check out my walkthroughs for Coming of the Storm, All This in Wolf 3D, Wolfenstein 3D, and Spear of Destiny, and even my 4 custom map mods. You can find those as well. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. So once again, thank you guys for tuning in to this walkthrough of Coming of the Storm. Again, I had a lot of fun playing this game. I'll probably play it again sometime, well, just in my own time. But again, I'm taking a break from gaming for a little bit just to focus some more time, you know, doing stuff I need to do. And I'll still be active doing my wrestling videos. And I promise you, probably sometime in November, I will be back with more video game walkthroughs. Most likely, Hitler Strikes Back will be my next one. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I'm sorry this video rambled on a little too long. And I'm checking out. This is the Club of the Man 1993. I'll see you all later.